It was on this very golf course that my journey began, from paralysis to freedom to transformation. It was right here on these fairways.
Billy and I played golf for 12 or 13 years, and he's been robust, energetic, goes after the ball. When he swings, it's hard, lots of smash factor. That day in January this year, when he walked out of the parking lot, I had never seen anything like it. He looked farther from the Billy I knew than you could possibly imagine. He looked like he had just been taken from the grave, and it scared me to death.
So January 8th was an auspicious day in my life. It was the day I tested positive for COVID. I completely healed from this virus, and I said, you know, I'm gonna go play 9 holes. So I put my 25-pound bag of clubs on my back, and I went and played 9, 10 holes. I played really good, felt great. Next morning, I woke up and I was numb head to foot. I couldn't feel anything. Went to the hospital, had to wait 4 days for this emergency neurology appointment, and I had this tee time with my buddies to play here at this beautiful golf course. And I showed up, and they were both overwhelmed.
We didn't think there was any way he should be playing golf. He wanted to try to grind through it, and he did as long as he could, but he was not the least bit healthy. He was not the same guy.
That night I collapsed, and my wife and daughter carried me down the stairs and took me to the hospital. I'm claustrophobic, and I spent 4.5 hours in an MRI tube trying to figure out what happened to me. They spinal tapped me and found out that I had this rare syndrome called Guillain-Barré syndrome, where my immune system attacks itself. It was eating all the insulation around my nerves, and I was completely paralyzed. I lost all ability to walk. It was so difficult for my wife and daughter to see me paralyzed, their strong spiritual leader of the household, just emaciated and losing all of his ability to be strong and to be powerful and to be a provider. And it was breaking their hearts, and that was one of the hardest goodbyes I ever had in my life, was to look at both of them at that ER room and then to have them wheel me away in a wheelchair, not knowing if I was coming back out or if they were ever going to come back in to see me. 7 days in a bed, couldn't move, couldn't pick my arms up, couldn't call or text my wife and daughter, couldn't feel anything. And from those 7 days, another 14 days turned into rehabilitation, learning to walk again. These were some of the darkest days of my life. I used my imagination, I used my ability to meditate and to breathe and to put myself in the quantum realm, to put myself 3 miles above the earth, out of time. I went into this quantum realm. I was tasting what space would taste like, that inert cold air. I was feeling my body as the sun would crest the earth and hit me. I would chant and sing and breathe. And I started to heal. I started to upregulate this DNA of my body, this expression of my body. The day that I was released from the hospital, I walked out of there with a cane after 21 days. A week later, I shed the cane. 2 weeks later, I was golfing again. I was back on this golf course, playing golf again. The doctors tell me they're still studying the case. It was a miraculous turnaround. Thank God for those doctors. The quick action, the IVIG they gave me to interrupt my immune system that was eating itself from this Guillain-Barré syndrome that I contracted. The speed that they reacted was incredible, but the prayers from hundreds of people in this city, the emails, the texts, coupled with my ability to get out of my physical body and get in my imagination, get in my heart center, connect to that energy field that healed me, that upregulated this DNA expression of my body. My imagination was the greatest gift I could have, because I could see myself in that moment with my arms around my daughter and my wife. I could see myself playing golf again. I could see myself speaking on stages and serving people and coaching people, taking care of my clients. It was about that imagination that I have. That greatest gift you've been given is the power of your imagination. How do you use it when you're overwhelmed, when you're stressed, when you're fearful? You've got to make the hardest things in your life, the challenges, the overwhelming experiences in your life, make that your spiritual practice. And all you want to do, just like the sun, you'll just want to give it away. The wonderful Persian poet Hafiz says, just look at the sun. The sun never says to the earth, you owe me. Just imagine what a love like that can do. It lights up the whole sky. Good day, my friends. Billy Mandarino, the NOW-IST here. I hope you enjoyed that video. Hey, if you want to learn the techniques I use to overcome fear, anxiety, overwhelm, paralysis, join me this year, May 13th and 14th, at the NOW-IST Experience live at the Hilton here in Santa Barbara. You're gonna learn what I went through, how I overcame this stress, this overwhelm, this fear, and this doubt, and how to overcome paralysis. If you join me May 13th and 14th, and you get to click the link below this video, I'm gonna offer you a free pass, the NOW-IST Digital Experience, free pass. You just click this link. Last year we shot the event, and you'll get it free when you click the link below and purchase your ticket. I hope to see you there.